Greetings Terrarians, Khaios here. I just wanted to start this video off by saying thank you everybody for your continued support on this channel. The channel has just recently hit 4,000 subscribers and it's absolutely crazy. Over the past month, I've seen almost 3,000 new subscribers, and I just wanted to welcome all of you and thank you all very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I'm curious to see if the channel can hit 5,000 subscribers before the end of July, so if you're not already subscribed, please consider doing so. So today's build is going to be a time-lapse going off of the build tip video that I released just a few days ago, where we altered the cultist spawn point. In Tiamat, I've already gotten rid of the dungeon and the rest of it's buried underground, but this is the cultist spawn location, and I had a request from a friend to build a church for the cultists, and so that's really what I just wanted to do today for my time-lapse build this week. So I'm changing up my material choice just a little bit, because I don't want to rely as heavily on the ebon stone and palladium walls that I've been doing in my other stone-esque builds. So this time I'm using rich mahogany for the floor, painted gray. It still looks like a stone and it looks smooth, but it's not stone slab, and it's just changing up the texture a bit. I'm also using blue dungeon brick and with gray paint, so that I don't have to use my typical ebon stone brick look, which I do enjoy. I just wanted to try something different out. For accent points, I'm using copper plating on the sides of the blue dungeon brick walls. I decided to create a tall, angular center point for the kind of main chamber of the church, and this is where the cultists will be spawning. As you can tell, I have the set locations, the 4 platforms where the cultists will be spawning in, as well as the ceiling so that the medallion can spawn in between that row of rich mahogany and the floor. Above that, I plan to make a stained glass window and just add some details around the church. I'm lining the roof, which was made out of dynasty shingles painted gray, with some blue brick platforms painted gray as well, just to give it a bit of a spikier texture. And as you can see, we have the cultists spawn in because I went off screen a little bit, and you could see that they are sitting exactly where I wanted them to. The pillars are being made out of palladium column, and they're painted gray, and the ones that the cultists will be standing on will be painted white because I want them to pop out a little bit more. But in the middle of the palladium columns is rich mahogany wood used with the living wand, just to give it a bit of a more intricate texture in the center of that pillar. I wanted to extend the left side of the church to include a bell tower, so that's what I'm doing right here. Just to add a little bit of spikes to the roof, I'm using iron fence with black paint. Just because I'm really a massive fan of how the wall texture looks, I'm going with the blue tiled wall painted gray for the background walls of the church, and the stained glass windows will be green stained glass, but they're going to be painted cyan because I'm giving this kind of a moonlordy vibe, and we'll be changing the background environment as well to match. The book is the trophy from the Dark Mage from the Old One army, just because I thought it would be appropriate to have a podium for the cultists where kind of the cult leader will be reading his scripture, his dark scripture for the cultists. And now I'm working on the stained glass window, just creating a nice big circle using a border wall of ebonstone brick painted gray, and then filling that circle in with the green stained glass painted cyan. I'm also adding a few other windows to the church just to make it feel a little bit more ambient. I'm just throwing a quick spiral staircase into the bell tower using some blue brick platforms, and then creating a nice tall window in the bell tower so that the bell can be seen or heard if this were a real build. And the bell will be made out of silly pink balloon painted gray, and I just feel like that's a pretty good metal texture. The ball for the bell is also silly pink balloon wall, and later on, I didn't at this point, but I will add some brown rope to the bell just to kind of tie it off and finish it up. Now I'm creating a design, kind of like a framework wire design for the stained glass window. It takes me a little bit of time to figure out exactly what kind of pattern I want to go with, but in the end I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. Now I'm going to add similar textures to the other two windows. Not the same pattern, but the same material. I toyed around with the idea of placing a Moonlord painting in the build, but everything that I've been doing up to this point had been groups of threes and odd numbers segments, and the painting is an even number segment, and it just wouldn't look right fitting anywhere in the build, so I decided to leave it out in the end. I'm texturing the wall just a little bit by using some green slab wall painted gray just to give a bit of a different design to some of the background areas. And now I'm throwing down some vortex pillar monoliths just to bring in that Moonlord vibe. The last thing that I'm going to do is throw down some gothic tables and workbenches and throw some cursed living flame on top of them just to add a light source to the church and just make it feel like they're dark and evil braziers. And that is the Lunar Church done. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to leave a like and a comment. I really do appreciate getting all of your feedback, positive and negative. It really helps the channel grow, so keep it coming. Thank you all very much for watching. I'll catch you all later. Happy building.